Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. One of my lovely subscribers has requested a basic knitting tutorial. If you scroll down on my channel a little bit, I do believe I have a couple little ones here and there. This is, excuse me, just the basic. We always start with a trusty slip knot. So, different people do it different ways. I just go over, take that long piece, put it through the loop, gently pull, and put your needle through, and snug it up by pulling the long piece. Okay, now you have, this is your tail. We're going to just ignore the tail. It's not there. Take your long piece. Now we need to cast on our stitches. I do not suggest attempting a blanket right away. I suggest, if you're very new at this, just practice that slip knot 10-20 times if you need to. Then practice your cast on as many times as you're comfortable. After that, practice your stitches. Do not dive right into making a blanket or something. Just keep practicing until you're comfortable with the needles, the feel of them, the basic stitches. Then I suggest, once you're comfortable with everything, maybe try a simple scarf. The average scarf is between 50 and 60 inches long. With this long needle here, 36-inch steel needle, I can go the long way and cast on the entire length of the scarf, and then just knit until the width that I want. Or you can cast on your stitches the width that you want and keep knitting all the way down till you get your length. Either way. I like doing them either way. That way I can make a couple long stripes in the middle, or I can do a bunch of little stripes going down, whatever you like. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Now we need to cast on our stitches. I'm just going to cast on about 10 just to show you. Now you take your long piece that's attached to your ball of string. I hang on to it like this. Then I take my thumb and I wrap it around. I put my finger out like I'm making a gun. I take my needle and I scoop. Then I just let go. Hold it. Put my thumb. Make a gun. Scoop. And let go. Okay, you're not taking this. You're going under. I can't bend my hand that way, but you're going under this part. Then just let go. Okay. So you cast on as many stitches as you're going to use. For an average weight yarn, for a scarf going across, I would cast on about, this is I think weight number 3 or 4, maybe 25 stitches. Because when you're knitting, it's not going to be, straighten everything out a little bit, it's not going to be this wide. With knitting, kind of go like this. That's about how wide it's going to end up once it's finished. Okay? Now, to get started, this first row is always slippery and tricky. Try to straighten things out, put all your little stitches facing down. You're going to take your knitting needle. This needle, I'm right-handed, so your left hand is just going to be to hold your work. This is your working needle. You're going to take your working needle, put it under, and take your long piece, make sure it's your long piece, and you're going to go over, around like that. You're going to listen to this little click. It's going to click behind it. Then you're going to take this needle under, scoop up that piece of yarn, and just shove it right off the end. That's your first stitch. Kind of keep your work a little close to the end, but not so close that it falls off. Okay, let's do the next one. Under, this is going to go around, under, scoop up that, and shove it off the end. Let's do another one. I want to make sure you get that. Okay. Like I said, this first row is a little sketchy. And if you happen to drop one right now, just keep going. You'll have an extra long piece in the middle, but just keep pulling it tight. I'll show you how to fix that in a different one. But this first one, okay. Now, there's different stitches. There's the purl stitch, there's a garter stitch, there's stockinette stitch, there's all stuff I don't even know. I'm not a professional. I cannot make sweaters and all that cool stuff. I have figured out how to make slippers and hats, but I do that with crochet. With knitting, I only do baby blankets, lap blankets, big. I've done a big queen size blanket, scarves. I tried to do an infinity scarf on the circular needles. This is giving me a hard time. But if you have one little stitch twisted, it messes everything up. And so I'm still struggling myself with some of these things. I can't knit in this angle. So I am not a professional. Okay, now see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, one drop. Now look at the big length I got in between. If you want to, you can just keep going because it's only a few stitches. But if you want to fix this, you just take it, give it a twist, and throw it right back on that needle. I mean, I gotta pick this up for a second. I'm sorry, I can't see what I'm doing. I am still learning myself about all the different abbreviations, patterns, how to read a pattern, and all that. Okay, now you're going to take your work and you're going to put it back. This needle is going to now go in your left hand. And like I said, this is for right-handers. Okay, straighten everything out a little bit. Now pick up the empty needle. Now that's going to be in your right hand. And you just keep on going. And like I said, I mean, I've been doing this for a year now, and I'm still learning. I think the stockinette stitch is beautiful. I love doing that. I am kind of lately been getting more into crochet, just because I can do it faster than I can knit. But this is just your basic knit stitch. Go in, behind, take this yarn. Always make sure it's the long one, don't grab the tail. Around, pick it up, slide it off. I think my first thing, I know that's a mess up. What did I do? That's a mess up. First thing I did, I just messed up really bad. First thing I did, see, I messed that up. Sorry, it's the angle. And then you just keep switching hands. Switching hands, switching hands, switching hands. And you just keep going. And it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it. But it does take a while. And like I said, the first couple rows are kind of slippery. But it is simple. It's fun. And I wish you all the best. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask me. Like I said, this big blanket, this is crochet with a size, I think it was 15 or 17 millimeter. So for average, if you're just starting out, I would suggest maybe a size 4 yarn and maybe a size 5 or 6 needle. And that's it. I mean, there's many people out there more talented than I am. Like I said, it's just for fun for me. And I do like knitting the scarves the long way. That way I can put in that one long stripe down the middle, or you can have fun with it, play with colors, textures, sizes. It's a lot of fun. So thank you so much for your support and being part of my YouTube family. God bless.